30 minutes. So we have a prayer, we have to do prayer 5.
So let me know. What
Yeah,
time?
5 for 5 we have to do.
Okay, so let me
When the
know.
sun will come, you can.
I have no problem.
Yeah, tomorrow. Well, most of the people here, they are Muslims.
So let me know. So you could do your thing, okay?
Yeah, thanks. I don't want to bother you. So,
Okay.
thank you.
It's fine with me.
Thanks.
Okay. Huh? Chillos. Oh, it dropped? Huh? It dropped? No, it's really cold, yeah.
I think the bus good. Can we squeeze the class so we'll go home early or not? Can we squeeze the class, not make something?
Oh, you want
finish early?
you want to squeeze the class like with no breaks? Or you just take break?
Oh, the next one.
Next one.
Do we have next one or no?
Yeah, it's like, you drink the coffee and you get the coffee has a caffeine or not.
No, we have next week.
Supposed to have one more.
One more week.
Yeah.
You are a funny student, no.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we will try our best. We'll try our best.
You wanna go home early, yes, early.
Every day I want to know more today, bro. Think about it. I gotta do this every day. You just gotta use one.
No way, the 5 days,
We do have.
5 days. No, sometimes Saturday too.
In the morning you do the 2 shifts.
Yeah, 2 shifts. Morning.
You know, I came in the morning, I couldn't find parking. And I went back home. And I came with the train.
Yeah, I didn't even drive today. I came on the train.
I came with the train.
But now it's empty parking spot in the grocery.
No,
Is that what this one now?
Yes.
That's not cool.
And I tested third time, somebody get out the parking and park it.
Yeah, over here is the worst. There's a worst over here.
I came on.
That's why I didn't drive today.
No, you have to go third avenue.
Oh, see that?
I said,
Third time, I tested third time and I find the parking.
you just want to block down.
Wow, when it's cold too? I like to go like outside.
Yeah, you should go outside and everything,
Very
you wanna see how it's going.
Where are you from, Vitoria?
Yeah, I know. He just told me it was crazy cold. Let me check it now.
Yeah, check it.
I gotta take the bus.
Where are you living?
I live over by Avenue K, right, Flatbush.
Oh, we are girl
Tell me
group.
street.
Avenue K.
Oh, I'm
Everything.
He's 40. Okay, let's move. He's 43rd.
It's 43rd. Can drive it.
What?
I
You
can't
get
drive
the
it.
ride for
Man,
free.
I have no money.
No! I don't have TLC, no way I can drive it. I have private car. I don't have TLC. I'm living in North Southern Miami Gay.
Okay.
I'm taking one.
Alright, let's time. Yeah, it's cool outside. It's cold outside.
Yeah, don't take the bus, I'm gonna drive you.
Huh? You gonna drop me halfway?
No, he's gonna take you.
You gonna move it?
Most of them in I'm living most of them in
What? You my neighbor?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. I come take you. If you some coffee, chill out and stuff, man, weekend.
That's why we try to reduce the time.
So you see? Now I'm look out for you now. Alright, so let's do this now. Now you make me excited now. Alright, let's start now. 450, let me see. 6. Now you make me want to go home now.
Ready.
Running? Alright.
Ready.
I got you. Okay, guys, you ready? Okay, wait. 40. Okie dokie. So we was talking about the TLC, how to deal with an officer. Turn off all the engines, place hands on steering wheel, wait for officer to approach, do not reach of anything until instructed by the officer. Follow instructions from officer, give them your TLC and DMV driver's license, vehicle registration, insurance information. Driver will be told reason for traffic stop after giving the officer their credentials. Driver must not dispute summons with officer. If a ticket is issued, driver should follow instructions listed on the back of the ticket. Driver has the right to attend an oath hearing to dispute summonses. Assaulting a TLC officer is a felony under NYPD Penal Law 12008 and will result in arrest. Moving along. Safety and emission, your vehicles. Some other guys failing safety and emissions. So passing on the knowledge. This is to improve air quality. All yellow taxi cabs have safety and emission inspection every 4 months. We'll skip that right there. Moving along. Yellow taxi medallion. Vehicles must be passed 3 inspections every year. That's a yellow taxi. The first inspection, guys, it don't have to be you, but they told me to tell everybody. Your first inspection on a yellow taxi, do not go outside inspection facility, please. Guys, still going there. Carry to NYS DMV inspection station. That's the first place you gotta go first. And then you go Woodside after, second and third. Okay? If you drive an FHB vehicle, it's the other way around. You go to Woodside for your first, second and third NYS DMV inspection, okay? Alright, so understand that, please. All vehicles, including yellow taxis, green taxis, livery vehicles, black cars, and limousines, must pass vehicle inspection every 4 months. Feel free to write that down because a lot of guys miss an inspection. Your taxis inspected at the TLC Woodside Inspection Facility, and this is the address for those who don't know. Alright. FHBs will visit the TLC Woodside facility for their first inspection, I told you, okay? If you need more information, hit up the TLC and Rule Chapter 80. I will give you the breakdown of all the inspections explanation if you're still confused. Moving along, page 16. Drivers of TLC licensed vehicles, except those which are exempt from NYS DOT authorization inspection requirements, must be in compliance with Article 19A, guys, of New York State Vehicle and Traffic Laws. Driving a non-exempt vehicle that is not in compliance with Article 19A constitutes the same offense as driving an FHB without valid license. Okay? You need any more information of the compliance and the consequences? Chapter 80, the same TLC rule, they will break it out for you. If you violate your inspection, 350, that's the first. The second, within the 36 months, you didn't do the inspection good. Look, it's right here, $500, that's too much money. And then after that, they come for your license. So you understand the breakdown, how we do it, for those who don't know, okay? That's the inspection. All right. You worry about your vehicle not passing inspection, then be prepared. The most common reason for your vehicle failing inspection: tires. A lot of guys come in with flat with, what's it like? The tires are super smooth, it's like this. You can't even see a groove. Lights not working properly. Seat belt missing or not accessible or operable. Windshield wiper is not working in this working order. I be doing that sometimes. So, okay, so that's the survey they did, and they saw a lot of guys. That's the areas the guys coming in and failing. So that's why I gotta repeat this. Right? Moving along. After you do the inspection, for those who don't know, you pay at the lodge. Lodge, where they paying your stuff. And they say, how big? I pay this, and I'm not seeing my stuff. You did not went on the logs. Logs. LER. Anybody read the website? Let me know, okay? All right, moving along. This is the breakdown they want you to keep on point.
This is the Safety and Emissions Division at the New York City Taxi and Limousine Commission. We're here to help you prepare for and pass your vehicle safety inspection. Here's a tip you can use. Before you come in, make sure your windshield has no cracks or damages. Sometimes a small repair will prevent a larger one, or even replacement, and will not only help you pass the test, but provide a safe ride for you and your passengers. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you at your next inspection appointment. This is the Safety and Emissions Division at the New York City Taxi and Limousine Commission. We're here to help you prepare for and pass your vehicle safety inspection. Here's a tip you can use. Remember to always check your tires' tread and overall condition before coming in. Your vehicle can fail inspection if you have a worn tire tread, so check your tires with a tread depth gauge or try the quarter trick. If you cannot see any of Washington's forehead, you have a good tread. Check for any cuts, knots, or bulges on the tire. Also, do not forget to check for missing lug nuts. Healthy tires make for a safe ride. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you at your next inspection appointment. This is the Safety and Emissions Division at the New York City Taxi and Limousine Commission. We're here to help you prepare for and pass your vehicle safety inspection. Here's a tip you can use. Before you come in, make sure your check engine light is not on, because the vehicle will fail inspection if it is. Possible causes include an oxygen sensor failure, a loose fuel cap, catalytic converter failure, a spark plug or ignition coil issue, bad spark plug wires, or mass airflow sensor failure. Large automotive parts retail stores will often check a car's check engine codes for free, and then advise on what is needed. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you at your next inspection appointment. This is the Safety and Emissions Division at the New York City Taxi and Limousine Commission. We're here to help you prepare for and pass your vehicle safety inspection. Here's a tip you can use. Rear view and side mirrors must not be missing or broken. Shattered or taped mirrors will fail inspection. Seeing behind you or next to you is always necessary to safely operate your vehicle. Ensuring clear, functional mirrors will leave you reflecting on a past inspection while providing a safe ride for you and your passengers. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you at your next inspection appointment. This is the Safety and Emissions Division at the New York City Taxi and Limousine Commission. We're here to help you prepare for and pass your vehicle safety inspection. Here's a tip you can use. All seatbelts must be in working order. Seatbelts cannot be tucked into the seat cushions or under the seats. Always be sure to check all seatbelts in the car before you come in for your inspection appointment. Working seatbelts will not only help you pass the test, but they will provide a safe ride for you and your passengers. And remember, no matter where you sit in the car, everyone must buckle up. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you at your next inspection appointment. This is the Safety and Emissions Division at the New York City Taxi and Limousine Commission. We're here to help you prepare for and pass your vehicle safety inspection. Here's a tip you can use. Before coming in, make sure headlights and taillights are not cracked or taped, even if they work. This includes signal lights, backup lights, fog lights, and stop lights. All lights must be fully intact and working to pass your vehicle inspection. Having all lights repaired before you come in for your appointment will not only help you pass the test, but will also help keep everyone safe on the road. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you at your next inspection appointment. This is the Safety and Emissions Division at the New York City Taxi and Limousine Commission. We're here to help you prepare for and pass your vehicle safety inspection. Here's a tip you can use. Check your vehicle's brakes. Brakes must not have worn or warped rotors, leaking or damaged master cylinder or wheel cylinders, and a working parking brake. There should not be excessive brake noise. Making sure your brakes are always in good working order will not only help you pass inspection, but will ensure a safe ride for you and your passengers. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you at your next inspection appointment.
Okay, those are the areas you want to keep up to date with. Moving along, page 17. This table here is all the vehicles, once you have a TLC license, are available for you to work. Yellow to black. If you're interested, let me know if you want to move from yellow to green, black, whatever. Just give the up-to-date breakdown right now. Yellow cab, they do street hail and e-hail also, okay? They have a medallion, $700 to $800 weekly, 5-bar except exclusionary zones. They get paid cash, independent contractor. That's a yellow. Green, street hail, e-hail, pre-arrangement. So that's street. They work with street if you're interested. They have a permit, $3,000 every 3 years. 5 bars except exclusionary zones, and they get paid in cash also, independent contractor. That's their hiring status. Black livery. Prearranged by a dispatcher, so they use a dispatcher. They also have a program for defensive driving. If you do the driving defensive course, they give you $300 incentive. They also have a wellness course. Yeah, it just came in last year, March, a wellness course. Once you do it, you get $150 incentives. If you're interested, let me know. Okay? They have an independent contractor. That's how they work. Black cars, The regular ones, they work corporate and prearranged via dispatcher and they share apps. Okay, they use sharing apps. 625 every 2 years. 5 hours except exclusionary zones. And they get paid weekly, direct deposit, electronic, if you're interested. Okay? Independent. Luxury limousine, prearranged via dispatcher. 625 every 2 years, they get paid the same thing, weekly, cash, electronic, sorry, check. And they do employee. So that's the only difference right here. Okay, guys? If you're interested in any of these, let me know. All right, moving along, the yellow taxi medallions that provide service to street hails or e-hails in MRC each have a medallion issued by the TLC, which limits the number available. Okay? These community cars, FHVs, livery, black cars, luxury limousines, is not limited by finite number of licenses. It's not. Okay? FHV transportation is accessed by a pre-arrangement with a dispatcher or limousine company. That's how they operate. These FHVs are not permitted to pick up passengers via street hail, so you can't be like, taxi, no, you can't do that. All right? You have to be pre-arranged. Moving along, green street hail liveries, also known as the green cabs. They cannot provide hail service to passengers below West 110 and East 96 for those who don't know. Okay? And even the airports are included. SHLs are equipped with roof lights, taximeters, GPS, and credit card acceptance systems, and passenger info screens. So that's what they're providing right now. That's the new technology stuff. The TLC rules also provide that they are dual service vehicles. So they may also be dispatched for prearranged delivery trips by the affiliated bases. That's how they work and operate. SHLs are subject to all the TLC rules with regards to preventing service, refusal, and overcharges, among other things. Okay? Moving along to operating costs. So if you want to join the TLC and the procedures and all this, the stuff you have to do for TLC is on the next page. And this is like an estimate of how much money you have to spend to maintain your license. And the car is a breakdown. The only thing that has changed in this breakdown is a drug test. It's not $26 no more, it's $32. Hold on.
$39.
39?
32.
Oh, I was saying 32.
$32.
Alright, hold on. DMV vehicle license and plate renewal, that changed too. I remember they told me that. Is what they say, 400 is 456 now. I think that was the two stuff changed so far, but that's it. But this is a rough breakdown of how much. So if you could give somebody advice if they want to join, let them know it's roughly 20,000. Okay, 20,000. At the bottom is a driver's pay. If you work at Uber Lyft calculates your minutes and your miles on this right here. If you need any information on it, let me know. I can show you how to play around with it at the house, okay? Or if you want to work Uber Lyft. If you want to do it yourself, the link is next to it. Take a picture down. If you want to go home and play around with it and understand yourself, feel free, okay? Effective March the 1st, 2022, TLC drivers and for hire service drivers increase. Your money has increased 5.3%. And also, Renewal just signed a contract with TLC, and they told us to pass the information on to y'all who's ever interested driving for Renewal. There's the electric cars, for those who don't know. Okay? You got money for the guy here, so anybody interested, let me know. You go here, right here, and you press apply to drive. We're looking for that if you're interested, if your family, your son, your cousin, or whatever, that's another zone, okay? Weekdays, 6 o'clock trip to 3 o'clock in the evening. You get a $3 tip for every pickup. $18 an hour. That's what they're offering right now. Weekday evening, 3 o'clock in the evening to 12 in the night or 1 in the morning. $6 tip, every passenger. Okay, $21 an hour. Weekend, Saturday, Sunday, all shift, $8 tip. $22 an hour. But the over the table is $23 an hour. Once you hire me. That's a breakdown. If you work on the holidays, you get a time and a half. Okay? If you need any information for out of town rates, it has a link on the bottom of it right here. Please take it down if you want to drive with this company. For hired vehicles, if you didn't do the 3-hour wave course and you're doing a trip, they're supposed to charge $1.16. If you see a different price on your book, they're working on it right now to put it that price. But currently it's $1.16 per mile. A minute is 52 cents a minute. If you have a wave card, so don't let nobody rob you. If you have a wave card, it's $1.50 per mile, 52 cents per minute. That's a wave card. If you're out of town and you don't have a card, $1.34. If you have a card, $1.74 per mile, 61 cents per minute. That's a breakdown for that for hired vehicles, okay? And the rental information, that's the deal. All right. Moving on. Various money-making programs that's offered for y'all. Tip is one. Funding from this program is available to help owners and drivers to convert, maintain, and hack up their accessible vehicles. So help you fix your vehicles and stuff, okay? And maintain it. Funding comes from the 30 cents, but the rates are down now. Taxi cab improvement surcharge on all trips in a taxi cab. Details of eligibility and payment can be found, and this is a link. Feel free to try and check it out, educate yourself what's going on. Oh, sorry. Anybody else got a break? Anybody got a break? Nobody else got a break?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I said like 3 times. So you could, you could I wonder if you could use the next class. No, hold on. What that guy? Let me see if you can use this class. No.
It's not break. Break.
Tu veux me sortir la presse?
هتاخدها كلاس.
عليه؟
هتاخدها كلاس ولازم تكون معاك حاجه تانية تكتب عليها. هو ورقه من دول.
So we got these remain back.
Yeah, continue, just continue. Yeah,
Don't worry, bro. You good. I got you. This guy. You good. Don't worry. You'll be okay.
I'm at 2 o'clock in the morning, bro.
Oh, you work mornings. So you sleep in the day.
I sleep at night. I go to bed like 6. I pray, I share and go to sleep.
Like you pray and then you go to sleep like 6 and then you get up like
7:30, 8 o'clock.
and then what time you go? Like 12?
I get up 2 o'clock every morning.
Damn, so your body.
I
Let's
think
go.
the 11 o'clock class, I come from the spot.
Oh, so you just want to like come back, right? Oh, that's
I came back as well.
right. Oh. No.
Yes. House مثلا دلوقتي مثلا الساعة 4 طلعت ومرة بعد كانت
We'll start by like 5:20, so let's rest those. Wow, killing me.
You do my thing.
Yeah, all day since yesterday, since Monday. I'm just talking.
أنا حاسس بيحصل ده في الناس. هلا أهم حاجة إنه ما تمشي، بس هو ما تمشي. أهم حاجة إنه ما تمشي.
الآن
تمضي.
تمضي بره مش كده؟ هيمشيها بدري يعني؟
والله أنا صاحبي استأذن قبل كده أسبوع عشان سنة.
بس استاذن وحسب
هو ساعتين.
كتير.
I'll see you, Travis. Yeah, enjoy your weekend. Monday, all right.
هو غير كده دلوقتي 1000 أصلا ما حدش اسمه. بيقولوا دلوقتي التاكسي بقى 1000 أصلا.
هو غالي يعني.
بس هو أنت 1000 ممكن.
بس ده اشتغل 24.
24
أنا كنت بشتغل زمان في 99 كنت بشتغل بدفع 1000 دولار في الشيفت الواحد.
بس اختاروا لهم في العالم.
شيفت واحد زمان. دلوقتي 1000 دولار في الأسبوع.
والله ما أعرف حاجة لو معاك لاجري كارت على الشركة عندي هنزيد شغال إزاي؟
ننزل مصر ونرجع كتير.
لا اسمه موت
مصر يعني؟
لا محتاج تجيب لاجري.
أيوه مش مصر.
الكويت فيه لازم نفس الشغل.
لا طبعا.
مكان
لا طبعا. ده على شركة إيه؟
بس دلوقتي اسمه حرام بس قبل كده كان سوري.
اللي كان في كوينز؟
لا في ماونت نيوجيرسي.
نيوجيرسي. ساكن
لا
في
ديس.
ساكن في سنة واحدة.
لا أنا ساكن في بروكلين أنا ديس. فاكر الوادي؟
مين؟
الوادي حلميت. كان ما بين الإيسكس والإيف على الأربعة.
ال 6 في الأربعة من المدينة بتاعت 5. لا أنا عارف الولد بتاع التليفونات.
أنس؟ أنا في البلد كان حي في الشمال الوادي. أنا في العمارة في الشمال. بس أنس فلسطين.
أنس
فلسطين.
أيوه تخيل تخيل قوي.
جدا. بس هو طول عمره كده. سكت البيت برضه؟
ساكن في بيروت.
فين؟
اللي ساكن ثيرد ما بين الريتش والكولوميا.
عارف أنا البلد كان ياقوت.
جنبه يهود.
ياقوت.
لا
الواد اللي كان ماسك القارة زمان. الكلام ده في الثمانينات.
حضرتك أنا البيلدينج أنا مش ساكن أنا ساكن فيه من 3 سنين البيلدينج لكن قبل كده كنت ساكن في 7 يعني مع ما بين الثلاثة والريتش. ده من سنين قدام بدالي مثلا بيروح كده.
في أيمن مصر ساكن هنا برضه على السنين ساكن مع الريتش. البلد الكليب بتاع العيلة ده.
معانا برضه البيلدينج بتاعنا كبير جدا كده كوربريشن بلاك وورد.
ماريا اسمها ماريا صاحبة البلد.
لا كوربريشن لونج ايلاند
اللي هي عندها نادي ساكن على بعض. البلد بتاعها نادي ساكن على بعض. لا أنا جيت على أخويا 84. أخويا اشتغل في جيرسي كلهم أهلي كلهم راحوا جيرسي أنا لسه في نفس الشقة اللي فيها.
اللي هي في الاي 6.
هي بالظبط في الإيد.
من 84 في نفس الشقه. بيني وبينك النقل صعب جدا.
لكن اتكلمت على الترخيص
ولا انت في
وبعدين انا كنت صغير فحاسس ان ده بس اخويا اول واحد نزل البلد اول مصري كان في البلد كان فيها في الاسماء
وفي مصريين زمان.
لا في البلد ما كانش فيه كان في دكتور جامعه الرايه جه علينا في مثلا 86 سنه
الدكتور اللي كان بيعمل الشغل
لا
Yeah, no problem, man. Everybody good? Alright. Everybody's good. Okay, so you need any information for your family for who's disabled? I'm just saying nobody. I'm just saying in your family. This is the access to right information, the personal information. Like if they need transportation from your house to anywhere else in New York City, this is the information, okay? 646-599-999. Feel free to take it down if you need a dispatcher help. Email is at the bottom of it and the website is at the bottom. Feel free. Benefits to drivers include earn more with dispatch payments. So you get more money with dispatchment, right? Easy to use technology, things have been updated, no enrollment. All accessible vehicles have an easy to use PPEP, LPEP device and touch screen, all right? Take trips from anywhere and serve more passengers. So those are the benefits they say. Also, the guys who did the wave course training, please, the TX officers are saying when they ask for the card, the guys can't find it. It's disappearing like Casper. They looking in their wallet, it's not there. They pulling this down, it's not there. So that's look like that's a hot spot for drivers. So they say, take that out now. Take the card, it's a smaller card for those who don't know, and put it with the insurance and the registration. So when they ask for that, you just give them one entire document and you keep it pushing. Okay, guys, please. Alright, get that out of the way. Alright, Nissan NV200. Anybody know about those vehicles? If you're interested, let me know. They are Toyota Sienna and Dodge Caravan. Those are approved to change into this. If you're interested in making more money with this, okay? Those are the only approved vehicles. Moving along. Vehicle conversion. It costs approximately $16,000. That's anybody asking who don't know, let them know 16,000. And we also offering a grant. If you're interested, let me know. It will pay partially based on your approval. Based on your approval, it will pay whatever amount. I don't know what is the amount, but let me know if you're interested, if you want to change it. All right, and drivers can own up to 5 wheelchair accessible green taxis. They only green. All right, 5. Right, cover that. E-hail is an electronic hail. For those who don't know, a request for transportation using an e-hail app or electronic device. Only yellow taxi cabs or green borrow taxis can accept trips requests via e-hail. Okay? E-hail application allows passengers to hail yellow and green, including wheelchair accessible taxis, using their smartphone app. Okay? Approved e-hail apps. So these are the approved apps now, currently. Arrow is one. Curb, Miley, Via is all over the place, so forget about Via for now. Wave, Wapanda, and if you need any more information, that's the link. And go deep down and take that and find out some more information if you're interested in using any of these apps. Okay, to make money on them. Okay? Fatigue driver prevention. These following list of rules and regulations are related to NYSDMV, referred to as the Vehicle Traffic Laws, VTL. These rules govern all drivers in New York State, not just TLC drivers. Fatigue driving prevention rules. Studies show that it's driving while fatigued, tired, can be dangerous as driving after heavy drinking. Fatigue slows down your ability to react, resulting in a higher risk of crashing your vehicle. Fatigue driving is not only dangerous for drivers, it is also dangerous for everyone on New York City streets. So that's why they have a program now. When the new fatigue driving prevention rules, the TLC licensed driver may drive with passenger for up to 10 hours in a 24-hour period, or up to 60 hours in a week, Monday to Sunday. Only passenger time comes towards the daily and the weekly limits. That's how they do it. How they calculate your time now? All right, TLC will begin to count passenger time to determine if a driver has gone beyond the daily or the weekly limit. Pickup drop-off data will come from the FHV, well, it's higher up here, database. But all information will come from the FHV database. One second. Yeah, right. In this corner right here. Boom. Okay? If a driver gets stuck in the traffic with a passenger in the car, then that time in the traffic is counted towards the hour limits. Oh, I ripped that thing. But if a driver is cruising for a new trip and gets stuck in traffic, that time is not counted towards the driving limits because no passengers in the vehicle, so that's if you're coming back empty. Okay? Understand so far? Drivers can reset here 24-hour clock by not driving passenger for 8 hours. After an 8-hour break, the driver can begin counting 10 hours more of passenger time. Always be sure to stay under the weekly 60 hours, so you have a 60-hour cap. Okay? And the bottom here is a breakdown of passenger A, passenger B, and breakdown of the trips. They picked up, take 2 minutes to look at it really fast. Moving along, page 21. Exception to 10-hour rules. If you're on the 10-hour passenger time limit when you begin your final trip of the day, any time of the last trip that goes over your daily 10-hour limit will not come towards your daily 10-hour limit, but it will come towards your weekly limit. For example, if you have a complete 9 hours, 50 minutes of passenger time for the day and you pick up the final passenger for a 20-minute trip, you will not receive a summons for exceeding the 10-hour limit in that day. So that's how they break it down, okay? The 10 hour and 10 minutes of passenger time for that day will come towards your weekly. So they put it on the weekly hours. Boom. Right, moving along. Lesson 5, safe driving practices. The New York City and Taxi Limousine Commission holds the annual TLC Safety on a Road ceremony to celebrate the achievements of NYC outstanding licensed taxi drivers. So they have a program now on the road. The TLC has a high standards for its 185,000 licensed drivers, and on a mile-to-mile basis, TLC are some of the safest drivers on the street. So thank you guys for being safe. To determine the on the road, the TLC reviews all its licensed drivers' records and identify who have over 4 or more years, not a single crash resulting in an injury, a single traffic violation, or a single violation of TLC safety regulated rules. Drivers who are selected for the safety on the road represent a truly elite group. Okay? The TLC safety on the road also honor taxi fleets, car service businesses, and commuter van companies with superior safety records. So they keep our records as we go along. The businesses play a crucial role in promoting safe driving practices in for-hire transportation industry. The TLC accessibility on the road recognizes drivers who have distinguished themselves as excellent providers of accessible service to our city wheelchair users. These yellow and green taxi drivers represent the highest and most consistent trip providers in the accessible dispatch program. TLC also honors drivers that provide excellent customer service. These drivers went above and beyond with their passengers who sent them compliments to TLC. So that's how they end up on that road, to the passenger. Okay? Moving along, we're moving along to topic Vision Zero. Vision Zero is an initiative of the Mayor's Office to eliminate traffic fatalities by the year 2024. The City of New York must no longer regard traffic crashes as mere accidents, but rather as preventable incidents that can be systematically addressed. No level of fatality on the city streets is inevitable or acceptable. Okay? This Vision Zero Action Plan is a city foundation for ending traffic deaths and injuries on our streets by creating a network of New Yorkers who are all engaged and educated on a street safety and who prioritize sharing the streets. We can create a New York where injuries and fatalities on the road do not exist. So that's why you are here today. You are the drivers. Together we can make a difference. Okay? As a driver, your job is to provide safe service for the riding public. That's your job. This means driving safely and sharing the road with pedestrians and cyclists. Vision Zero is changing the culture of driving and making this New York City safer for everyone. Drive like your family lives here. Okay? TLC drivers play an important role in our city. You drive more hours of the day than most of other people. You know the street better than anyone else. So remember that, guys. You know the back roads and all of that. It's important that you take the lead in ensuring the safety of our streets. A fatal or serious injury traffic crash impacts everyone involved. The person who was hurt or killed, their family, their community, and the driver. These crashes are preventable and depend on your choices. So these are safety-related reminders. They want you to just remind you, okay? Pause and wait. This is like the intersection stuff, okay? Pause and wait before you turn, especially on the left turn. Because you know you have the car frame there, you can't see in the pedestrian, so have a lot of drama going on the left turns now with the survey. So this is one. Turn slowly and expect people in the crosswalk every time. Give pedestrians space, stop at the stop bar, not in the crosswalk. I've seen it myself when I'm driving. Okay? Speeding is 25, everybody know. Local is 20, well, school zones and stuff, right? Look in all directions, even if you're on a one-way street. Because we got a lot of devices out, electronic devices out. Everybody trying to deliver with something. It could be a spaceship, it could be something they trying to deliver. Okay? On the bike lanes and stuff. So be careful with that. People with skateboards and all that. Eyes on the road. Looking away for 4 seconds at 25 miles per hour is like driving an entire block blindfold. I tried it already, it worked. Yeah, it's true. Allow plenty of traveling time and beware of delays or hazards. Remember, guys, how do I put this? The fastest route is not always the safest route. Okay? So give yourself time. I always give myself time. Alcohol and other drugs, including prescription and over-the-counter painkillers, a lot of guys doing it and using it, can cause jaundice and blood. They take it and then they go hustle after it. You can't do that. Okay? Alright. 5C, the most common safety rule violation and summonses. The survey says, this sounds like unfortunate. Speeding, key.
No, you're not speeding.
A lot of TLC, I don't say you, but a lot of TLC drivers is speeding. I'm telling you, it's not you, but I gotta repeat myself with this. Failure to yield to pedestrians. When they I've seen it every day. By the intersection, they do not want to wait because they have the passenger in the back. They want to jump off. I have no problem with that, but be careful. It's your license. Please. Using a cell phone, I know you guys don't use that because we got a 5-finger rule. No problem. Violating red lights. Every day. When the light yellow, they think they can make it. Improper turns. I heard a lot of stories with improper turns. Please be careful with that. Please. Disobeying signs, but you know, I got all the stop signs, so you know what it is. Please pay attention to the signs. They're looking at us. Well, I'm not driving no more, but I'm saying they look at your life and say, oh, that TLC guy, what are you doing? All right. Cooper's Law 2014 allows the TLC to suspend the TLC license of a cab driver involved in a crash that resulted in death or critical injury. So you gotta be careful now. They're coming for us. If a TLC licensee is convicted of a traffic violation or crime for causing such a crash, the law requires the agency to revoke that person's TLC license. The law was named after a 9-year-old Cooper Stock who was killed by a yellow cab driver who failed to yield. He didn't yield, so he killed him. This is one of several traffic safety measures adopted to advance Mayor de Blasio Vision Zero initiative. So think about it. Guys doing stuff outside, and we gotta pay for it. You understand the logic what's going on? Why do you think you're here? You think because of you? It's not because of you, it's because of other guys. We gotta be doing renewal, we gotta be doing this, we gotta be doing that. And, you know. So, alright. DOT-NY traffic rules, if you want to know, this is the pedestrian rules. You can check it on the DOT website. Right way of crossing, this is pedestrians' rights of a pedestrian. Operators who yield to pedestrian in a crosswalk. Pedestrians shall not cross in front of oncoming vehicle. Vehicle stop for pedestrian. Restrictions on crossing. Okay, those are the rights. Operators to exercise due care. You have to operate and exercise with due care. Because these people be on the phone, they don't care about you. You understand? Hitchhiking and soliciting prohibited, talking and selling, soliciting rides, washing, polishing, cleaning, assistant parking, opening and closing. Okay, those are their laws for the pedestrians. If you need any more information, check the DOT website. Skip the bystander intervention. We go into proper procedure when involved in a collision. A driver who knows he was involved in a collision, right, resulting in a personal injury to another or damage on another property must stop before leaving the scene of the collision, please. And if the other involved party is present, you're supposed to show your chauffeur license, TLC, and where applicable, rail car or vehicle license to the other party involved in the incident. That's the procedure. All right. If the police get involved now, you gotta show the police the license, chauffeur license, TLC license, registration, insurance. Please give them the breakdown. I know you're scared and you jumpy and stuff. Oh, what's an accident? Calm down. Take a breath. Give the right paperwork. All right, moving along. Persistent violator program. So this is the program giving you the breakdown with your two licenses. If you violate one, it will affect the next one. They will hand in hand. TLC points, and this is within, let's say you get convicted today, they're going all the way back 15 months, a year and 3 months. So they come and they're looking for stuff from you in your past. Please keep your past clean. Don't hide no dirt in the past. It will come and bite you. Right, moving on. TLC points. If you have 6, more than 6 and less than 10, you already know, suspension for 30 days. If they add it up with the TLC and the DMV, same thing. More than 10 points. Taken away from you. Revoke. You don't want that. That's money right here. So be aware, okay? Combination, the same thing too. Once you over 10, they're coming for you. All right. All right, let's move on to license suspension. For both the DMV license, TLC license, suspension means was on page 25. You cannot drive for a specified period of time, but you will eventually get your license returned sometime. Keyword. You don't want that. You want to make money in the future. The TLC license will be suspended for 30 days when the driver accumulates 6 to 9 combined TLC and DMV points in the 50-month period, counted backwards from the most recent conviction dates. Right? License revocation means your license completely taken away. Keyword, completely. And after a specified time period, you have to reapply. Wow. That steps is too long. To get your license reinstated, but there is no keyword. No. Guaranteed you will never get your license. So they gotta dig up on your stuff and see what you've been doing for all this past time with your license. And based on how they feel, you'll be like, all right, I'll give it to you. That's how it is, all right? So be careful. If the points on your is only on your DMV, you could go back to TLC in a year. Okay? Not in 3 years to reapply. Understand so far? All right, moving on. Tips for avoiding points and protecting your license. Comply with the TLC rules, traffic laws, understand unlicensed activities, and follow licensing rules and requirements. Maintain proper conduct and uphold all the laws and cooperate with law enforcement. Cooperate, don't be angry and stuff. All right, comply with Vision Zero safety laws. Understand the penalties. All right. Alright, so
Chief of Transportation Kim Royster. Did you know that in New York City, hello, I'm NYPD's Chief of Transportation Kim Royster. Did you know that in New York City, pedestrian injury collisions are more likely to occur at intersections? A large number of these injuries are caused by vehicles making left turns. As per the New York City Department of Transportation, there are 3 reasons left turns are more dangerous. Drivers tend to take left turns at higher speeds than right turns. The driver's view may be obstructed by the A-pillar, which is a portion of the vehicle frame, and the driver's side window. And left turns are more complex than other driving vehicles. Here are some driver safety tips for left turns. Slow down as you approach the intersection. Look both ways for pedestrians, bikes, e-mobility devices. You should move your head to see around the A-pillar, to scan the roadways, crosswalk, sidewalk, and don't forget the bike lanes. Proceed cautiously and slow and safe. Please be aware that a driver will be issuing a summons or arrested for failing to yield to Thank you, and please drive safely.
alright, we want to make sure we show you that before they come in for us. Next one, this one.
Always remember, it doesn't matter how many years
These are the
or how far you
these are the Vision Zero programs.
sit on the road.
New York City is the greatest city in the world, and you get to drive it every day. Nobody knows the streets of New York better than a for-hire driver, but it's also one busy place, so you need to be at your best every shift, every day. The choices you make when you drive, how fast you go, where you look when you turn, even whether you're waking up to start the ignition, can mean life or death. On average, vehicles seriously injure or kill New Yorkers every 2 hours. Vision Zero aims to end traffic-related deaths, and you're a vital part of this mission. In this video, you'll see 5 of the most common unsafe driving behaviors that lead to deadly collisions, and get some guidance on how to prevent crashes from happening in the first place. That was a close one. Driver, step on it, please. I've got tickets for this vehicle and I can't be late.
I can't hold the curtain, but I can get you there safely.
Well, just my luck. I got the safest cab drive in all of the world.
Look, I don't speed. Be Because it's a leading cause of traffic deaths in New York City.
Then proceed safely. Sorry, buddy. My fault. Remember, drivers, take passengers to turn and look behind them before they open their door. And for your own safety, you should right on to open your door. That'll encourage you to turn and look behind you as well. You guys doing better than Dawn, so I'm gonna start working on the Jenny and hey, yo, whoa. Yo,
Hey, buddy, what's the holdup?
I got road work here, big time road work. Go on a bike lane.
I can't drive in the bike lane. That's dangerous.
There's no cyclists around here.
What do you mean? My wife can kick back in the city all the time. I'd rather take the long way and keep cyclists safe.
Jake, the cyclists coming through here, man, it's 100 to 1, maybe 2. Yeah, go this way. I don't want you driving through the bike lane anyway. Oh, sorry, long day, long day. You know, fatigue really affects your reaction time. Yo! Hey. No, I'm gonna go, I just gotta get some coffee.
If you're ready for bed, you're not ready to drive. Come on. I think it's time for you to take a break. Good call. Come on, do it.
And that was an important one, folks. But remember, there's going to be some very crucial information coming up that you really want to pay close attention to. I'm sorry, guys. And I'm just walking with this thing. Imagine trying to drive and do this at the same time. Forget about it. Hey, yeah, pick me up, please. Come on.
I can't.
You know you want to.
No, I'm okay.
Don't you want to check Facebook?
No.
Don't you want to check the news?
No.
Don't you want to text your wife? No, you please. I'll keep quiet. I know you can hear me. Wait, no. Come on, please. I'll behave. You always need to keep an eye out for pedestrians and cyclists before you make a turn, particularly a left turn.
That's right. Left turns are especially tricky because your view is obstructed by the frame of the car, which makes it harder to see pedestrians.
You see me? You see me? Right? Now you don't. But now you see me. Now you don't. Yes. No. And remember, folks, when it comes to turning, don't cut corners. Good night, mate.
So I'll bring you to New York.
Adventure. You got any suggestions?
It's actually my job to avoid danger. You'd be surprised what's unsafe.
Try me.
Believe it or not, left turns. In fact, they're 3 times more dangerous than right turns.
I wouldn't have thought that. Tell me more.
First off, hard to see pedestrians in the crosswalk. Wider turns lead to higher speeds. They require much more mental and physical effort.
In that case, make a right turn. I want to hit that Empire State Building of yours.
Got you.
You've just seen some real and imagined scenarios you'll encounter every day while driving in the greatest city in the world. And it's up to you to put safety first. Safety for yourself and your passengers. Safety for cyclists. And of course, the millions of pedestrians throughout New York City. Help make New York the safest city in the world. Yo, taxi!
Alright, what's this one?
CarMax is reimagining car buying for you, so you can buy online or on the lot, all with an unmatched 3D money-back guarantee. That's car buying reimagined. CarMax.
Okay, so this is different scenarios, different boroughs with different passengers. Who's next?
Hi, is this the line for getting a taxi? Hello, yes it is. And I'm the dispatcher. I can help you get a taxi. What is your destination? I'm going to Crown Heights in Brooklyn. This passenger is going to Crown Heights in Brooklyn. No problem. Would you like me to put your luggage in the trunk? Yes, thank you. Be careful. My suitcase is so heavy. Like, I've handled heavy luggage. How long does this trip take? I think this trip to Brooklyn will take us about half an hour. There's not much traffic this time of day.
How much does this trip cost? To the yellow taxi, so the taxi meter will calculate the trip from here to Brooklyn. I'm going to start the taxi meter now, and it will stop once we get to the destination. Don't forget your seatbelt.
Is your name Jonah? Did you book a car from the smartphone app? I am Jonah and I booked a car with my smartphone app. I'm heading downtown to Tribeca. Tribeca, no problem. Hey, with a handsome dog. Is that the service animal you got with you? Thanks. Yes, this is my service dog. His name is Riley. He helps me keep balance when I'm anxious and feeling dizzy. And he reminds me to take my medication. He can even bring it to me in an emergency. Service dog. Hey, Riley, come in. Let's go talk to me and Jonah. Rebecca, here we are. Oh no, I don't have any cash. Can you take me to the bank? Don't worry, the payment is already done. The smartphone application. See? Oh, I see. The app charged the fare of my credit card. And I can leave you a tip on the app for all of your help. Wow, that's convenient. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Take care.
It's freezing and all I went to the subway was cold. We should hail a taxi. There's a big taxi. Taxi! Good morning. Can you please take me to 230 East Street on the East Side?
Sure, I can take that.
My GPS is showing from Queens, the Midtown Tunnel is the fastest route, but you have to pay for a toll for the Midtown Tunnel. Is that okay?
That's okay. I'm fine with paying the toll. But can you please turn up the heat?
No problem. It's freezing. I can turn it up or lower for you.
This is perfect. Thank you.
Here we are, 234 East 5th Street in East Village. That'll be $17.50.
You were right. The Midtown Tunnel was faster. Keep the change.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
We're giving $18.50.
Hi, are you from the neighborhood car service space?
Yes, I am from your local car service place. Did you call for the car?
I did. Thanks for coming. I'm going to Long Island City.
Could you repeat that, please?
I'm going to Long Island City, 33 Crescent Street. And I'm kind of in a hurry.
Okay, thank you. I will do my best to get you to Long Island City as soon as possible. Okay?
speed it up. I'm in a rush.
I'm sorry, but I have to obey the law, and I cannot drive faster than the speed limit.
But I'm really in a rush.
Speed limit is 25 miles per hour, 25 to stay alive. It is part of the city's plan called Vision Zero.
Vision Zero. What is that?
Vision Zero is a plan to end all traffic deaths in New York City. I can help us all get to that goal by obeying the speed limit.
25 to stay alive. I get it. So we can lower the number of people that die in a car crash if we drive safely and follow traffic rules, like the speed limit. That is really important for pedestrians walking on the street and for cars in the road. In that case, we're no longer in a rush. Wow, we got here quickly, and we drove safely, and obeyed the speed limit. 25 to live. Thank you for telling me how important Vision Zero is.
You're welcome. We must all do our part to keep our streets safe. Take care.
Bye.
CSU Global 100% gave me the tools I needed to get into a better position in my career.
Hello. Did you request a taxi through accessible dispatch?
Yes, I did request an accessible taxi. By calling 311.
Okay. My name is Darian. How about I help you get into the back of the vehicle, and then I can take your back?
Thank you so much, Darian. I'm Anne. It's nice to meet you.
And you see, thank you for this up.
Yeah, here, really fast.
No problem. There wasn't a lot of traffic today, so it was really fast. How would you like me to get you and your wheelchair into the back of the vehicle?
How would I like you to get me and my wheelchair into the back of the vehicle? If you could just lower the ramp and maybe guide me up the ramp into the car, that would be good.
No problem. I will lower the ramp and guide you into the back of the car. How about I take your bag, and then you can sit in the front seat with me, where you'll be more comfortable. Sure. Follow you.
We're actually headed uptown into Harlem on the east side, 125th Street and 3rd Avenue. Could you take the FDR drive?
Headed northeast on the FDR? You got it.
Thanks.
Those are the breakdowns. Right. That's how you deal with different customers. Right, moving along. Lesson 6, stage 26, customer service and inclusion initiatives. Customer service best practices. As a driver, you are a professional and will encounter many customers from different walks of life on a daily basis. It is important to provide good customer service to passengers who trust in you to drive from point A to point B. We have a following recommendation for providing great customer service and acting with great professionalism while you do your job, okay? Number one, greetings. Always give the customer a warm greeting. Be sure the customer can hear you and make eye-to-eye contact. Ask the destination and repeat. That's why the guy was doing it. That's why I played the video, just to give you a refresh. Make sure you have the correct destination. Repeat it back to make sure you are 100% correct. Ask the preferred route. That's what he was doing on the video. Make sure you take the route that the customer is expecting. If your customer is late, they may want to discuss what you think is the best route. Practice the art of conversation. Understand, guys? Practice it. How are you doing? If you're lucky, you might meet someone like me. While we encourage you to speak to your customer, it's important to concentrate on driving and keep your eyes on the road. All right. Be helpful and courteous. For example, for airport transfers, a courteous driver will offer to help the customer with their bags, right? And be sure to open and close their doors for them. All right. Lost property. If you find something, here what they want you to do. A driver must return the property to the passenger if possible. So if you can return it, by all means. Otherwise, it must be taken without delay to the precinct. So you came to the police precinct. Okay, guys? NYPD will take over. Or carry in your base. Those are the two breakdowns. Nothing else, please. A driver cannot demand payment of a return of a property. So you can't be like, yo, give me $20, give me $100 for this. Can't do that. If the property is not returned to the passenger, the driver must promptly inform the commissioner of the details. Sorry. Yeah, you're good. Regarding the foreign property and the location where it's held. For airport trips, immediately after completing the trip, the driver must inspect the interior of the vehicle and the trunk compartment to ensure that the passenger have collected their property. So make sure to check the trunk and stuff, please. All right. Moving on, diffusing a difficult situation. If somebody's smoking in your stuff, they're drunk or whatever, in your vehicle, and they're not listening, you know how these people is. Stop the vehicle when and where you consider it to be safe, okay? Remain in the driver's seat area if appropriate. That's if appropriate, if you're not feeling threatened, because they're in the back of you. Request the difficult passenger to exit the vehicle. Do not physically handle the passenger unless you are acting in self-defense. That's what they want you to do. Call 911, call the base, and wait for the police to arrive. They have an app or something like that. You could put in some code and the cops come like in 2 seconds for the TLC drivers. All right. Refusing passengers. Service refusal is a serious offense. Drivers should know that they must accept passengers under mandatory transport, especially passengers with mobility aids, service animals, attendants, luggage, passenger using e-hail applications or accessible dispatch, okay? So those are the areas you can refuse service. All right, 6B, sexual harassment and overuse. So they're having a lot of issues with this here, because guys don't know how to talk to people. They think they're talking regular because that's what they know, but it's offending the other person. So let's go through this. Do not ever make a sexual joke. Example, oh, you look pretty today, you look sexy today. Some might take it good, some might not take it good. You're not doing no wrong, but to them, you know, I got a boyfriend, why you tell me that? You know that kind of stuff, people, you know? So just don't do it. Keep it in your mind, stay in your mind, visualize it. Consider whether difference in culture, religion, or background might make someone uncomfortable with your actions. Never discriminate against passenger based on the gender identity, expression, or sexual orientation. Transgender, gender conforming persons are protected under that law. All right, behaviors that are considered. These are the behaviors that we're looking at. Consider sexual harassment, unwelcome spoken, written or physical conduct of a sexual nature, okay? You can like write a number and all that stuff. Making inappropriate jokes, I said already. Making inappropriate comments about the passenger physical appearance. Asking inappropriate questions about if they're single or not. In personal life, it can be anything. Make sexual jokes in the presence of your customers. Like these are the areas they want you to stay away from, okay? The driver should also consider whether the difference in culture, religion, or background might make someone uncomfortable with their actions. So it might be normal or fine for you, but it's not for them. Right, understand? No questions so far, right? We good? We good? Service refusal. All right, we ready to talk about that. Moving along. Page 28. Circumstances for which it is appropriate to refuse a passenger. All TFC drivers are allowed to refuse passenger for illegal activities. That's it. Like smoking a cigarette inside a vehicle. Drivers are advised to ask the passenger 2 times. Stop before asking them to exit the vehicle. In these instances, be sure to drop off in a safe location. Right. We cover that. Actions to take if a driver is assaulted. If you're assaulted, call 911. Make an incident report with the police, and then contact the EA, which is the TLC External Affairs. They cover you. Okay? They will give you additional support. All right. Everybody understand so far? Their brain is good so far? The website? Anything that's asked me, please, because once you read, that's it. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. We are on point. We almost did. We almost did. Let me see. All right, so this we will do this one, the etiquette make training with 13. All right, so let's cover this one. All right, so yeah, sure. All right, so let's cover this last lesson. This is a law. It was passed in 1990. It's a civil rights law prohibiting discrimination against people with disability in all areas of public life, right? Including jobs, schools, transportation, and all public and private places in the open and general public. Okay, 1990, little far. Just like no one can be discriminated on the basis of race, the color of your skin, your religion, sex, or national origin, the same applies for people with disability. Although the ADA does not provide a specific list of disability, it does protect anyone with disability of physical, that which you can't see it, or mental, okay, that limits the ability to perform one or more major life activity. There are estimated 916,000 people with disability living in New York. Think about that. That's 11% of the total population. Over 1 million use wheelchairs, and approximately 7 to 9 million people with disability visit. They're coming every year. So that's why we gotta customize a lot of stuff. People with disabilities and those with limited mobility have the same right to transportation as everyone else. In 2016, the Mayor Office for People with the Disability created Accessible NYC to improve the quality of transportation for New Yorkers with disability. The purpose of this initiative is to empower the disability community by providing a greater number of wheelchair accessible transportation resources that will help them better access all that NYC has to offer. And these transportation are, number one, we have taxis for hired vehicles, accessorized subways, buses, and IRAD. So those are the vehicles provided for this, nothing else, guys. Helicopter, aeroplane, nothing. This. Right, moving along. Person first language. Imagine that you were talking to someone who has prosthetic hand, but you couldn't really listen to what the person was saying because you were too focused on the hand. You cannot do that, okay? Once you see disabled stuff, don't look at it. Focus on their face. After some time, that person would feel uncomfortable and would probably not want to talk to you anymore longer, okay? To avoid this type of situation, you want to focus on the person first, not their disability. The same idea is applied in language. No, we know it as person first language. That's what we know it as, guys. You would not want to say the blind person. Don't say the blind person. Instead, one might say the person that's blind or cannot or can't see, sorry, to be less specific, okay? Or even you could say the man in the blue shirt. As you, the man in the blue jacket. No. Always focus on the attention of the person instead of their disability. And at the bottom here is the do's and the don'ts. Okay? Handicap, you cannot say handicap. Please, beg you. Person with a disability, that's what you're supposed to say. Okay? Crippled, don't say crippled. That's our personal words we use in the house. Okay? Man with crutches, cane, assist device. Confined, don't say that out here. They get offended. Person in a power chair or a person who's paralyzed, okay? Bound to a wheelchair, don't say that. Wheelchair user. Dumb or deaf, we use that every day. Regular. Don't say that, please. Hard of hearing, that's what it is. Impaired. Don't say that. Person with X disability. Please, you make things slip out your mouth. Trust me. Retarded. Oh man, I use that a lot. So please don't use that, please. Intellectual disabled. All right. Table 1 gives a few examples of appropriate languages to use when referring to an individual who has a disability or wheelchair user. A language to avoid. Yeah. Please keep in mind, even if you have often used these words in your personal life, some people find them mildly severe and offensive. Okay? It is imperative that as a professional driver and an AADTC and a TLC representative, you use appropriate language at all times. Just remember to treat everyone the same, okay? And do not single out people because of a physical or intellectual difference. Doing so can have a demeaning and demoralizing effect on that person. You get offended and feel some type of way. Make a report and do all of that. You know all that drama. All right, so that's what it is. Move on to 7C. Everybody understand so far? Do's and don'ts. All right. This is disabilities that you may encounter. It have different types. What? Outside? Let me check the camera.
He went outside. Maybe.
Oh, he went outside?
Yeah.
Let me tell you that. Oh yeah, he went outside. Right. Boy. All right, so mobility disability is an effect. Yeah, fine. Mobility disability affect an individual ability to, now you can leave it open so everyone gets some fresh air. Ability to move around. For example, they may need to use a cane or a crutch or a wheelchair. Different types of wheelchairs are discussed later. If you need any more information, I can give it to you. In some cases, passengers can operate their own wheelchair. Remember that, guys. In other cases, someone might need assistance in the individual by pushing the wheelchair. Here are some tips to help you work more effectively with people with these disabilities. Number 1, when you see somebody in a wheelchair, don't go touch it, please. Ask if they need assistance with moving the wheelchair. Don't assume. Locate the brakes. Okay? If you're not sure, then you ask them where the brakes are. When assisting with a wheelchair or off the curb, don't use your back, guys. That's it. You'll be done. Use your legs. Okay? Right, moving along. 31, vision, speech, and hearing disability. In some instances, a passenger disability may be obvious to you, okay? You might see it, you might not. Sometimes the person with the disability will inform you of their condition, sometimes not. Here are some tips to help you work more effectively with the people with these types of disabilities. Number 1, when assisting a blind or visual impaired passenger, it's good to practice to ask the passenger if they will be needing assistance rather than assuming they do. Don't reach to grab or hold their arm. Because when they're blind, they don't know what to do. So it's best to extend your arm like this, or even let them touch the shoulder on top here, okay? If the passenger has trouble speaking, like they can't speak too good, They speak slowly, speak with a stutter. The experience can be more challenging and stressful for that individual. So you gotta have patience, okay? Listen carefully. Focus on full attention on that passenger. If necessary, ask that passenger politely to repeat themselves. This may seem frustrating to the passenger, but it's better to be sure than to make a mistake, guys. For example, if the driver assumed they understood instead of confirming what the passenger said, they could end up taking the passenger to the incorrect address because it has some streets with lane and street, avenue, and all this type of stuff, but it have the same name. So be careful with that. Okay? Be face to face during challenging conversations. You have to be like this to help you better understand what they are saying. If the driver is not able to understand the passenger's speech, seeing their facial expression and hand movements will make it easier for the driver to understand, okay? Face to face. This is also important when communicating with individuals who are deaf or hard of hearing, since the people are often able to read lips. Okay, so those are the tips. These are the different type of disability people you will be interacting with. Number one, you have intellectual and developmental. Those are the two, all right? And it can be physical, cognitive, or both, and are related to the thought processing. Passengers with intellectual or developmental disability whom you encounter may be in a power wheelchair, and they may also be accompanied by an assistant who will aid you as you help your passenger into the vehicle. Okay? The assistant may also communicate with you, so you might have to talk to the assistant. On behalf of your passenger, may accompany the passenger on the trip in your vehicle, so they will come with you. Examples include conditions such as cerebral palsy. If you might go to somebody with that, you will see a system. Epilepsy, you will see a system. Down syndrome, you will see the system. Okay? These types of passengers are occupied by AIDS. Right. Moving along to the bottom now. Those are different types of disabled people. Psychosocial. So you have to know how to identify them as a driver. You can't just walk up to somebody and you see moving. Now he retarded. No, I know you're not supposed to use that word about this. No, next thing he's something else. So you have to know how to identify people by their actions. All right, as a driver. Psychosocial, a behavioral health condition. Okay, balance and coordination. If they have difficult standing or walking without assistance, that's their category. Paralysis, partial loss of their sensation. Temperature sensitivity. If they come in the vehicle and you have the AC on too high or the heat on too high or whatever, they might tell you change it. Chemical, your cologne, your perfume. They might say, what's that smell? And it smells good for you, but it's not smelling good for them. Okay? Missing limbs, legs, hands cut off. Accident. Shortness of breath, they can't breathe. Okay? Those are people you will encounter. Fatigue. These people are with their bones, like us. We get old. Their bones hurting them. Limited range of motion, traumatic individual injury can suffer flexibility and movements. And it can be permanent or temporary, all right? Based on therapy. Invisible disability, a non-apparent disability that you may not be aware of through observation. For example, someone may physically appear fine, but not going through their first stages of cancer, but could be going through their first stage of cancer. Any other underlying disease that at first may not be visible to your eyes, so you might not see it. Okay? Be careful, guys. All right. Any questions so far? We understand all the disability people. All right. Moving along to the animals now. We got 3 animals, assistant animals, and may live in the home of the owner, handler, and not be considered or treated as pets. That's how they look at it. These animals are providing a service of providing assistance or company to a person with disability. These animals are not necessarily specific to just dogs. So remember, it's not only dogs, but rather could be any number of types of trained animals. Okay? ESA, emotional support animal, or therapy animal, are also considered assistant animals. So once you get to your therapy animal, that's assistant animal. As a TLC driver, we do not, keywords, we do not have the authority or right to ask for documentations. That's what they say, okay? To prove these animals qualify as an assistant animal. So probably the color we gotta look at or whatever. But you can't ask it. Let me see the documents. Let me see the green card. No, but you can't ask them that stuff, okay? However, remember this. If you want to know more information, the TLC rules that I showed you, chapter 8, will give you a more better breakdown of how you can refuse a service based on the situation. Understand the logic? They say you can refuse to transport a passenger that is accompanied by an animal that is not properly secured. Okay? On the suitable container. If the animal pee or whatever, doo-doo in your car, please take a picture. Send it back. They will pay you the money. They will compensate you. Guys don't know this. You probably know, but other guys don't know. They're like, what? I'm telling you right. Pass knowledge on to these guys. These guys, some of these guys lost. Right.
Yeah, but who's gonna pay you for that?
Send it to the, is a base? I think you gotta send it to the base you work, but you gotta take a picture and send it to them, and they will reimburse you.
Yeah, because I know, I pass from those stops, the company charge the passenger, which is sometimes you go pick up as a black car limousine, and the customer doesn't even, he call for the car, but he doesn't mention anything about both. Okay? And you get, and the driver has an allergy, for animals. What's gonna happen?
All right.
How the TLC can?
Let me explain to you that same scenario. All right. So let's say you pull up on a spot and a guy come with a. I'm just use anything. A cat.
Yes.
Whatever. Cat. If you're allergic to the cat, that you will die. And let's say, let me give you an example again. You gotta go through the Honda tunnel with that cat in the back, and you gotta carry the windows up. You will die. You have to refuse the service. So that's the only scenario.
Yeah, but the cat or the
I just use the cat.
I know animals like dog or cat has a hair. It's
Yeah.
gonna fall in the seat. Somebody else coming after, he's gonna look at the seat. He's totally, dirty with the hair, and he is allergic more than you are. What are you gonna do?
That's why you gotta take the picture. And also, I have some guys say they have like a cloth. They have in the truck that they, when they see a person with a dog, they run for the cloth, pull it on, and put the dog in the car. I'm just passing the.
Yeah, but.
You're not the only one going through that same here with a dog. The guy is improvising and stuff.
Yeah, and the pee, when they pee in that.
No, when they do, you gotta report that.
You have to think about how you spend.
No, you could get that money back. So don't let that slide. When they pee, they doing your stuff, report that.
Yeah, but the TLC, they have something for that, if you refuse it, it's like, if you refuse, somebody with a dog and tell them, I'm allergic to,
Yeah, but you have to prove that. You have to prove it to them. You can't just say you're allergic. You have to prove it.
It is an app for TLC.
Huh?
It is an app for TLC for cat or dog lovers. Drivers who have no problem driving cats.
Yeah.
Driving cats or dogs.
Yeah. But if you have an allergic problem, you have to prove it with paper.
I'm just saying,
Doctor
it's
documents.
general,
Yeah, doctor documents will cover you. All right. All right, where are we? So, all right, here, boom, boom, boom. All right, so they say, if you refuse service, your first violation is $350. Okay? But that's with service animals. So be careful, okay? Moving along. New York City civil rights law requires public facilities to allow access to assistant animals and defines a service animal in the same way. So they treat them the same way. as a dog that is individually trained to perform tasks or do work for the benefit of a person with a disability. As mentioned, there's only 3 types of disabilities they got. Service animals, they are permitted to enter public spaces. The law states that transportation service must be provided to all people with disabilities as well as their service animals. So, see what? Because of this act, Service Act. So that's why these people are confident. They want to do whatever they want with the animal. And because of this. Oh, we got therapy animals are trained to tolerate a wide variety of environments and people and provide companionship and emotional support to many people. Okay, that's a therapy. And then the last, not least, emotional support. Provide emotional support to a single with mental. So if it's depressed and got mental issues, that animal will take care of them. Okay, so we got 3. Don't let them fool you out there. And nobody using no snake as no emotional animal. So if you see a snake trying to come, you know, let's mess with y'all. Alright, moving along to 7D. For hire, drivers must serve everyone, including people with disability. Federal, state law, and local laws stipulates the requirements for hire drivers must provide service to people with disabilities. These include the ADA Act and the NYC Human Rights Law that we were talking about earlier. American society values all individuals and thus making an extra effort to help the underserved in our communities is the right thing to do, okay? Every person has the right to pursue happiness and earn a living, and all too often the lack of transportation can create an unsurmountable barrier. All FHV drivers and wage drivers in particular should be proud to be helping those who are in the greatest need of their service. So thank you guys, whoever's in that category, I praise you. Moving along. Let's move on to 7E, accessible dispatch. That category. Passenger with disability cannot be charged a fee, which is higher, simply because they have a disability. However, providing transportation service to an individual with a disability can take significantly more time than a typical ride, because a rider can just jump in the vehicle. Not a wheelchair person. They got hook up and break down and all of that, strap down. All right? So accessible dispatch program is designed to help FHV drivers to more effectively serve this population by providing incentives for drivers to offset potential financial hardship, all right? Caused by, number 1, you gotta wait. It takes time to do that. Then head miles, because you waste a lot of time doing that. Cancellations, you go there, they cancel. No shows, you go, they're not there. All right, so they cover you for that. The New York City Taxi and Limousine Commission first launched accessible dispatch in 2012 with the use of taxi, yellow vehicles, and street hail, which is green vehicles. This accessibility program was originally available only in Manhattan, but is now in all the 5 boroughs now, so is getting wide. The accessible dispatch software is used to connect passengers who have a disability or use a mobility device with taxi, cab, and SHL drivers with access to a wave. Passengers can request a ride directly from an app or by calling a live dispatcher. That's how I'll show you the access to ride information. All licensed TLC drivers, whether they are driving away or not, require to serve passengers regardless, keyword, regardless of their disability. And can be fined for refusing to do so, okay? Be careful out there, they're looking. However, please remember that even drivers who do not have a waiver are required to serve people with disability, and they put it in dark black letters. So they're looking at us. Unless prevented by the physical limitation of your vehicle or yourself. So that's the only way you could refuse. For example, if your FHV is a sedan and you hail to pick up a passenger in a wheelchair, do not assume the passenger has chosen the wrong vehicle, guys. You must, number 1, introduce yourself. You are a professional. Ask for his name to confirm you have the right person. Then ask the passenger needs assistance and is able to transfer from the wheelchair into the vehicle. At the bottom here is a conversation. I'm going to show you 1, 2, 3.
PayPal helps you sell online, in store, and all.
Oh, also, at the end of this video, anybody feel the need to let's practice? I'm here to help you, okay? Before we leave. Okay? Any problem? Don't be ashamed. We are here to help each other learn. Because after you leave here, that's it. Until 3 years from now.
Vehicle Driver Training Series. In this video, we will cover everything you need to know to prepare your vehicle, pick up and properly secure passengers, end the trip, and get paid. You will be providing an important service for New Yorkers and visitors with all types of disabilities. So there's a lot to know to make sure your passengers are safe, comfortable, and happy. Preparing for the trip. Before you pick up passengers, and before you start driving, you'll need to get your vehicle ready for the trip. This video will help you prepare. To get started, make sure to clean your vehicle of extra items so nothing is in the way when you pick up a passenger who uses a wheelchair. By doing this before you go out, you're saving time and money during your shift. Next, locate your seatbelt extenders and rear floor securements so you can get to them easily when helping a passenger. Inspect all of your equipment and make sure that all your belts are in good working order. If you think about it, you wouldn't take your own car out with a flat tire, so don't take your wheelchair accessible vehicle out without working equipment. After checking the belts, place them in a bag you can easily get to. Next, you need to test your front floor securements. But to reach the securements, you need to do a few things first. Use the ramp handle to pull the ramp out to gain access to the rear passenger area. Then, in the back seat, use the car ignition key to release the shoulder belts so they don't get caught when you fold the seats down. Push down the headrests and fold all the seats down. Pull out the lower seat straps and fold the seats forward. Now you're ready to test the front floor securements. Push the front retractor release button on the wall to release the securements. Then, pull out and retract the securements to make sure that they work properly. Make sure to press the wall button when you finish. Next, test the rear floor securements. Slide them into place on the vehicle floor and make sure they can pull out and retract properly. If you are the owner of your vehicle, please note that it is your responsibility to make sure that all equipment is working before starting your shift. If you are not an owner and have any issues, tell your garage or the vehicle owner so that they can fix the equipment or give you another vehicle for your shift. If you feel like your garage or vehicle owner did not fix the problem, send an email to the TLC's Driver Protection Unit at driverprotection@tlc.com. plc.nyc.gov. If everything works, then you're ready to get out on the road. Picking up a passenger who uses a wheelchair. When picking up a passenger who uses a wheelchair, you have a couple of options. You can take a request from your driver's information monitor, or you can also take a street hail. In this video, we will cover what happens when you accept a request from your driver information monitor or a smartphone app. But remember, you're required to take street hail and accessible dispatch trips. Not accepting these trips is a service refusal, just like refusing to pick someone up based on where they live or how they look. When you get to your destination, press Arrive on your monitor. Exit the car and greet the passenger by name to make sure you have the right person. Stop. Now let's try that scenario again. But this time, let's say you arrive and don't see the passenger. Here's how you should proceed if your rider is a no-show. First, call your passenger's phone number using the number on your driver information monitor. If there's no response, call your support line using the help call phone number on your driver information monitor. Be sure to wait the required time shown on the screen. But if your passenger doesn't come, you may still get an extra payment for your time, depending on the type of trip. Onboarding, how to open your ramp. We've covered what to do for a no-show passenger. So let's move on to what to do next after greeting and confirming it is your passenger. Next step, open the ramp. It only takes a short amount of time to complete with these simple steps. Step 1, use the car ignition key to release the shoulder belts. Step 2, hold the yellow handle on the trunk bumper to release the tailgate. Step 3, push down the headrests and pull all the seats down. Step 4, hold the lower seat straps and pull the seats forward. Step 5, use the ramp handhold to pull the ramp out. Make sure to lay it flat or stand on the ramp to flatten it. Now you're ready to help your passengers. How to onboard and secure a passenger who uses a wheelchair. Before helping your passenger into the vehicle, be sure to always ask them how they want to be helped. And only touch or push the wheelchair if the passenger requests that you do so. Now stop. When communicating with your passenger, it is very important to use respectful, person-first language that acknowledges the person first and their disability second. You can say, person who uses a wheelchair. Do not say, wheelchair passenger or wheelchair bound. Also, never say, handicapped or crippled. Always speak directly to the passenger and not to their companion or aide. Okay, now that you know the do's and don'ts of communicating with your passenger, let's move on to onboarding. Press the front retractor release button. Then, pull out the front floor securements. Remember that not all wheelchairs are the same. Always secure the hook to the frame and never to the footrest, armrest, or the wheels. It is okay to ask the passenger where to place the securements. Hook the front floor securements to a solid part on the frame of the wheelchair This keeps the wheelchair and passenger safe and secure. Now that your securements are attached correctly, let's move on. If the passenger asks for help, roll the wheelchair up the ramp. Always stand behind the wheelchair. Once the passenger is safely inside the vehicle, ask the passenger to lock their brakes if the wheelchair has brakes. Some wheelchairs do not have brakes, so make sure you're extra careful when attaching the securements. Press the front retractor release button. Next, hook the rear floor securements to the back frame of the wheelchair. The securements should make a 45-degree angle with the floor. To make sure the wheelchair is secure, ask the passenger to unlock the wheelchair brakes and ask if you can gently push and pull on the wheelchair to make sure the securements are tight. Then ask the passenger to lock the brakes. Remember to tell the passenger what you are doing or let them test the securements themselves. Now that the wheelchair is secure, take the lap belt out of storage and attach it to the rear floor securements. Before attaching the shoulder belt to the lap belt, ask permission before you reach across the passenger. After you ask, connect the shoulder and lap belt. Remember to let the passenger buckle themselves and help if the passenger requests it. It's very important to tell the passenger what you are doing so they know what to expect. Finally, lift and fold the ramp to vertical position until the tailgate latches. Shake the gate slightly to make sure it's locked. Then close the doors. And now you're ready to go. Ask for the destination if you don't already have it, and start the trip. Remember, you should only start the meter once the passenger is safely secured in the vehicle. Now for some key tips. Always say what you're doing to the passenger before you do it. This is an easy way to give great customer service, and it makes a difference. Know your vehicle's equipment, and don't be afraid to ask about the passenger's mobility equipment. Remember, the passenger is the expert with their wheelchair, just as you are the expert with the equipment in the vehicle. Don't rush. Make sure you go through each step so that the passenger is safe and secure. During the trip, be sure to drive safely because the passenger will feel any sharp turns or bumps taken too quickly. Use all 4 floor securements and the lap belt and shoulder belts to make sure the passenger and wheelchair are safe and secure. Complete these steps for every passenger and wheelchair. Now, let's look at how to onboard a passenger who transfers into a vehicle seat. Some people who use wheelchairs may want to sit inside the vehicle, and it is their right to do so. Other passengers may use walkers. If you are picking up a passenger who uses a walker or who would like to transfer from their wheelchair into a vehicle seat, follow these steps. Start by asking if and how the passenger needs help. But be sure not to touch or take the walker or wheelchair without asking. Next, guide the passenger to the back seat and offer your arm to support them while they move to the seat. Remember, some passengers may need help getting into the vehicle, while others can do so on their own. Always ask the passenger how best to help them. Next, ask if the passenger needs you to help them with the seatbelt. Then, ask where they want you to put their wheelchair or walker. And be careful of story. Remember, when you are driving a non-wheelchair accessible vehicle, you can still pick up passengers who use wheelchairs. Many passengers can transfer from their wheelchair into a vehicle seat, so don't refuse passengers using wheelchairs, even if you are driving not excessive dropping off a passenger when we use a wheelchair. When you get to your destination, stop your vehicle. Then do all the steps you did before to secure the passengers with in reverse order. Remember, you should stop the meter when you get to the destination, even if you are not getting the payment until the passenger is safely out of the vehicle. First, hold the yellow handle on the rear bumper. Lower the bumper, then lower the ramp. Disconnect the shoulder and laptops. And pass the laptop from the rear for security. Ask the passenger to engage the brakes before removing the rear for security. If they need help with the brakes, be sure to help them. Next, unhook the rear for security. Install them in the side compartments. Minimize the passenger to release the front for security. Ask the passenger to release the brakes and help them to release the brakes. Then, carefully guide the passenger down the ramp. One more time, ask the passenger to engage the brakes before removing the front door securement. If they need help with the brakes, be sure to help them. Ending the trip. Now you're ready to end your trip. After helping the passenger out of the vehicle, position them near the credit card machine. If there's bad weather outside, ask the passenger if they want to leave or leave it off. Next, ask the passenger how much money. If they're paying with a credit card, ask if they need help with payment. It is your responsibility under TLC rules to help passengers pay. Next, ask the passenger if they would like a receipt. Then, ask the passenger if they would like additional assistance. Finally, lift the seats and headrests back to their upright position. Push the ramp back in. Lift the bumper back up. Put your securements and belts in a secure place. Press the front retractor release button so the light goes off. And close the back doors. Don't forget to reconnect the seatbelt in the back seat. Now you're ready to move on to your next trip. You now know how to properly pick up and drop off passengers with disabilities. This process will help you save time and money. As you become more comfortable with all the steps, it should take you only a few minutes to complete. Happy driving.
Okay, so nobody want to help with this, right?
No.
All right, so when I call you, I'm gonna call your name one by one, and you come up and give me a signature, all right? Amen. Excuse my pronunciation, please. Next person, Atta.
Yes, sir.
You have a pen? Here you go. Sign the first space at the top, signature. Thank you, sir. Thanks for choosing AA. Oh, you got it. You want this paper? Thanks for choosing AA Driving Center. Drive safe. See you next 3 years, okay? All the information gonna upload it. You don't have to do nothing. I like you. I like you. Thanks. All right, see you soon, guys. Appreciate it. All right, Drive safe. Jamil. You got Hassan. How's my guy? All right, so you sign right here, and you will sign. How you pay? Right, so you're gonna get it in your email. If you cash, you get it physical. Hassan, look, you sign right here. Okay. Right here.
Can I ask how much you got?
Well, the lady's gonna do it for you. So you can keep it if you want, it's up to you. Yeah, so you good. Easy breezy. All right. No, be doing the reports. You just have to be here so they can see you and the class. Okay? Are you good? No, you have to do nothing. Thank you, sir. All right. Go down, lead.
Yes.
Idris. Yep. So go down, lead right here. That first space. Really nice. Thank you so much, sir, for your patience. Drive safe. All right. Good. Remember.
Oh, yes.
They're looking at you on the camera, bro. I'm messing with you, bro. I close it. Keep knocking at me.
He's waiting for your thing. He's happy now.
Yo, this class was fun. All right, Eli.
Yes.
And you got Sutton.
Yes.
And I was going to leave, right? All right, so sure you have to come sign it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother.
I look, hold on, let me see. I'll go. Yeah. Yeah, line your name up on the side. Okay, thank you, sir. All right, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thanks for choosing. Drive the train and some gold. Yeah, I think you want to change the stuff, state stuff. They told us to give it to you.
So we changed already?
No, that's if you want to change the stuff. That's what the procedure is now.
Okay.
Okay? From state to state. Sure. Yes, sir.
Let's go. Okay.
You have a nice. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. You know what? Go ahead. Sure. Go ahead. I'm gonna call my wife.
How can you send it like to
because I got people, man.
How can you send it?
What's that?
No. Those guys, they have like certificate for that.
Oh, the receipt that I gave them?
No, I haven't received it.
Oh, you haven't received it already?
You gonna send that to my email?
What's that?
You don't need it. They're gonna send it directly.
Oh, it's gonna go straight
Oh,
to
you
the
don't
TLC.
put the
Oh,
documents.
to the TLC.
Please, you gotta do that.
They're gonna send it manually.
Okay. I get you. I was thinking.
I thank you so much, man. Thank you for the job, man. Yeah, let's continue, man. What's up? I didn't know you were so close. But I have to do some paperwork for me yesterday and stuff and some business. Don't take on your lives. I don't need it. Appreciate you, all right? Because you already did everything for a long time. All right.
Right.